Okay, I think I'm streaming correctly now. Who knows? Let's just test this because I'm bad at streaming. Okay, it looks like everything is working correctly. So, just a couple things to do before we could, like, quote unquote, officially start. And I just realized I completely messed up the name because, like, Minecraft Parkour colon a hotel rather than Minecraft colon Parkour hotel. It's like one of those let's eat grandma situations. Wait, just one last thing. I want to make sure that just in case I need to see the chat that I can. Okay, there we go. Game mode. This is a creative. I always do this where we'll take these heads because why not? Hotel lobby looks okay. I really like wish I could. That annoys me so much. Let's just clean up from the last round of testing that we had. I was thinking about putting a command block or action per command block so that way people can just what's it called, like, set their game mode to adventure mode and whatnot. Don't know if I will still go with that, but for now, this is what it is, and we have a blank template to work with. We can do anything that we want right now. Just because we really like it doesn't really have a look, and like this is the part where I'm still like a little unsure of exactly like how I want to go. Like I know I kind of want these windows because like they're not just like windows; they're actually like functional. But outside of that, I have no idea right now. Let's break this glass. This is just looks like that because of the copy that we did before. It should be fine. Like when we do the final one. Um, and I'm trying to make sure that everything still looks okay. Because like there's like these walls are supposed to block people from going over here. Um, but will it actually work? Who knows? Will people have fun? Who knows? All we can do is try. And then lastly, like probably like maybe make this just like a little bit easier. Like it's just slow you down, but not enough that like you don't want to do it. Is my opinion. So it would be like you go here, and then like maybe some simple parkour jumps to get you up to here, and then like then we'd be good. At least that's what I'm thinking right now. These are probably gonna be like the single most like frustrating things in the entire like building, but it should hopefully like no one really cares too much about that. Um and so originally I had this like that, but we might change that also. I'm trying to think about like the natural conclusion because this is the top, so I think that like maybe we get the shape in and that will help us skip because every time that you do this, like, hey, do you want to do this? It's just like, not right now. I have like, that's actually kind of working. But I do need to update it. Like I want to make a system so like you can actually turn it on and it's like a repeatable sequence like when you turn it on. And right now I don't think that's the case. So that's something else that we have to worry about. So we don't want a sphere. We want a pyramid, I think. And we can bring this up. The real question is, do we want it offset? Let's change the block that we're using. I know that I definitely want to use like maybe oxidized copper for now. I like the I kind of like the idea of it being green. Um, it's like I feel like buildings can be so simple, but it's so hard to like actually reason about exactly like how you want it to look. Um, for now, except for X and Z, yes, the width will be different. So let's just put this like roughly in the middle and then play with these numbers. And also, if you haven't learned about Axiom as a builder, it is a wonderful tool. That's really all I have to say. It's kind of like a 3D modeling software that just, in my opinion, opinion really helps you build faster. And I'm just like anything that helps me build faster because I am not a fast builder at all is a good thing to me. Because you can already see like, hey, look, we have like pretty nice like roof already. Though you could see that like this is actually not big enough. So 31 like that, right? And then yeah, my guess was correct. Yeah, look, we weren't even on that side, so we could just move it over. And then you see like the preview of like what it's gonna look like. So that way you're not left guessing. We could have it be as tall as it is like wide. Don't know how that looks. One thing I've always like kind of thought about doing is like incorporating the golden ratio into my builds. Like, so right now this kind of works, and like it is a very very rough draft. I have a couple ideas about how to make it look a little bit better, but it's going to take so much resources. One of the things I definitely want to do is make sure that we have it be hollow, because we do not want that to like end up in our uh, what's it called list. Ooh, very interesting. Okay, just want to make sure my preview wasn't incorrect right now. Okay, there we go. Then I'm thinking about is like, ooh, what is the golden ratio, and can we incorporate that? And like, will it make the build look better? Ooh, 1 to 1.6183. So I'm trying to think like if this like how many blocks tall is this, right? And then is it like this should be like 1.63? I don't think so because that would mean that it like the roof would be like half as tall as this is like wide. So I don't think that works in this case. I think maybe some of the finer details I could work for. So for now, I'm actually going to shorten this a little bit. Like I think I like that a little bit better. Just make it completely flat, which I don't like. Could have it be like super tall like that, but no. See, 31. Yeah, I'll just go with that for now. Then we could update it later. Let's just see what it looks like from the inside. Yeah, now everything is dark, which is something that I wasn't super afraid of. But looking at it now, I'm just like, that's not good. Yeah, let's also turn off the what's it called, shaders, so that way it's a little bit easier to play. One thing that always sucks is that like you're not always sure like if everything is working correctly. Yeah, it looks like the video is frozen on the stream, which is like what I was kind of afraid of. Let's see. Technical difficulties. Hello, Zeph. I don't know if you could hear me, but it seemed. Uh, see something real quick. Oh, okay. Then I don't have to say. Uh, quick question: is the stream frozen for you? Um, it feels like at least I'm trying to like confirm on my end, but I'm not 100% sure if it's frozen. Just wanted to make sure I do that before I do like get too far into this process. No, of course, I stream with a delay, so you might not hear me for a bit. You try closing some stuff just to see if like maybe it's a RAM issue, which it shouldn't be, but seems so weird. This is the first time that this has happened to me. Um, okay, I think it should be working now. Who knows? Maybe not. But like from everything I could see, it seems to be working. So we can continue. and try to figure out exactly how we want to do this build. This build scares me so much. Let's go. I think like whenever I'm in doubt, I try to add like some shapes. So let's see. Like just try to give it like some detail and like make it like visually like um interesting. So one thing I'm thinking about is the shape tool, solid, not pyramid. Um, Actually, let's do instead of a solid, let's do a flat disk plane. It's still gonna be hollow, and let's like set it to I think 5. We go under here. The block that we're gonna want to use for this is I promise it won't. I promise it won't. See, I'm actually working on it live as opposed to like a 5,000 day video, which we don't really need to speak of, right? No, I would like to get this video done today and then like have like a schematic ready to build in the world so that way we can actually like play on it because I don't want it to like just go completely to waste. I'm gonna use white wool as a temp block for this. Not really. Um, it's just that like I have no idea what to do with this build right now. Let's go with mangrove planks for now. Um, yeah, I think that's fine. Let's just hit enter, shift, uh, break some stuff. Yeah, that looks good. Shift, because we're gonna extrude now. And always be careful with this because this like always like breaks my computer a little bit. And we don't want to do that. I would say like let's say 50 maybe. I don't know how tall this building is. So we're gonna walk away for a moment and then see what would happen. Yeah, it's not even like, oh, this is going to be a big build. Control to fly just a little bit faster. And we probably could have like done this like a little bit more exact so we don't have to go back and fix this. But for now, this works. Okay. So I'm making something like this so that way the building has some depth and like maybe one that's like shorter and doesn't go all the way around. Um, I guess like just build it and then see how it ends up like later. Let's say duplicate that, move it over here, right? And also, Zeph, I'll have you know, I could have been working on like maybe something for the Forever World, and I was like, you know what? I think I need to complete this build because I have promised something that is not done yet. Okay. Yeah, there is maybe like a couple small things I need to do, but they're not like so difficult that I think that like it won't take me like a couple minutes to do. Not like a couple minutes, but it won't be like really fast to do. But yeah, like right now, all that's like really left is the exterior. Um, and then the shortcut, so that way if you don't want to do the wall, oops, I always hate when I do that. But like that, this shortcut over here. So if you don't want to do the wall jumps, you don't have to. Um, but like once that's done and this is done, then should hopefully be fine. Okay, let's see. Shape. Say this is gonna still be a plane, but we're gonna do a disk, and then we're gonna go here. Hit this rotation. It should just be 90. Hit enter, and then scale it up. I would have lock like, they need to add, like, a lock rotation button so that way you can't accidentally move it. Um, okay, that's looks like it's scaled properly. It'd be something like this, which already with just a circle I think could work. But let's actually move it down like maybe like here and enter. And then now there's easier ways to do this, but I typically just always like do this like manually and create it rather than using like the tools, just because like that's just how it works well enough. Yeah, but as soon as I'm done with the exterior, then I'll know like the amount of resources that's necessary to actually get this done. And then, like once I know that, it should be easy enough to like actually build. Okay, shift. We're gonna do an extrude. Okay, that's not exactly what we want. The theme for the exterior is just like what I want to go for kind of is I'm trying to think about the time period, but like 1950s like building. So around the time the Chrysler building or the Empire State Building was built. That's why I'm like using the copper. I think that that does like that goes really well with that time period. I like but outside of that, like I, I don't know. Yeah, let's just do shift and still extrude this here. I do think that's what we needed because oh yeah, that looks a lot better now. And then shift and extrude there. There we go. And I think like already that like adds to it. Alex makes it like look like a lot less like flat. I don't like the transition so much like from like this side to this side, but we can work on that in a bit. And it's probably going to be like pretty symmetrical all the way around, except for maybe the back where the fire escape is. Um, okay, cool. That works. And then texturing should be pretty simple. I don't have any reference images right now, so yeah, I'm going like completely freehand, which like means like I don't know like exactly what I want to do just yet. Oh yeah. I'll definitely get to that. I just want to like get like the way that's actually gonna look first, and then I can decide like exactly what I want to do. I'm gonna bring this down just like one level. This blueprint's gonna suck. It's gonna suck so much. Okay, that looks fine. Now, how do I make a building look interesting is the question. Any ideas? I'm also gonna wait, mute myself in game, so that way that's just like constantly visible rather than yeah, of course. I mean, like in all honesty, if like I'm not gonna go with like a crazy like outlet. So like if I have a blueprint, it would take under like a day to actually like build. Hopefully, as long as the resources aren't that bad. I think like I'm looking at like the stone bricks, which is still probably gonna be like a major part of it. But I'm also thinking about using tough also. Um, so that could actually maybe the tough could be the outline, like here. Um, this could be something with the pen, like has to do with the penthouse, like this like semicircle. But yeah, I think like a month is definitely more than enough time to get it done. the actual ideal scenario would be to get it built like by next Saturday, but who knows because I have no direction yet. Um, yeah, it would definitely make it much easier, but like I don't want to sacrifice too much on the visuals just to get it done or like to make it easy. Like I don't know if that's a compromise that's worth it right now. Let's see. We have that. What if we got that? Mm, and we did something like that. So that way it feels like it's kind of supported a little bit. Maybe bring it up like 2 blocks. Yeah, Middle's cobblestone farm would definitely help with making this easier to build. If I chose to do stone bricks, but uh like I think that like the server has sufficient enough resources that it shouldn't be too bad. Not to mention you'll always help out, right? um okay. I kind of like that. I think that works. I don't like how like um simple that looks, or not simple, but like it feels like that there's not too much depth in there. But I think like in terms of like shapes, like this is fine. Like if I were to like look at it from here, it would be fine. And I'm like, we don't need to go like super like crazy for the other parts. And right now I'm just like gonna look up like the Chrysler building just to like get some more inspiration. But I can't type or like text. See, that maybe is doing so much heavy lifting. So I'll take you at your word for it. Yeah, I think that works. This is like, yeah, like what I was like thinking about like with the Chrysler building, this is kind of like what it is, like where you have like you go in, and so I'm gonna take this and rather than do that, I'm gonna copy that, duplicate it, move it over, paste copy, and then just like move it back over and then rotate it. Now, did I just touch on rotate it once? If so, that's nice. Yeah, I think we could paste that there. And then there we go. Album rec for you. I don't know if I listened to the like same music that you do. I think I listened or I went through like a quarter of your ranking, and there were like some cool things, but like if I had to say like one rap album that did really well, or I thought well two, there was Clips's album. I'm trying to remember the name of it right now. But that was like that's probably gonna win album of the year. I'd be surprised if it doesn't. And then like, but my favorite album would be God Does Like Ugly from like JID. Trying to think like I don't normally listen to albums per se like or listen to them like in full. I'm trying to remember like if I listened to anything else. Of course, Chromacopia was good, but I feel like that was 2024, not 25. And then, of course, you have the Fall Off, which is coming out in just under a month. And another interesting thing is 'cause, like I remember growing up with like Linkin Park. Uh, I don't know why, but it just showed up like your message just showed up like 3 times. It might be something like wrong with like the YouTube one. I mean, I think like the storytelling was like really good, but I actually like wonder what you didn't like about it because like I wonder if like maybe it's like maybe like a slight difference in like the periods like where we listen to. Not the periods like where we listen to, like the periods that like we grew up in. Like one interesting like theory that like I heard like growing up was that like a lot of the music that you like for the rest of your life ends up being like from the time that you were like around 14 years old. So if like you were listening to music like when you're 14 years old, you're gonna like you said only a quarter. I only watched a quarter of the vid. Okay. I guess like I haven't listened to it in so long that like I can't say like I can't speak about that like one way or the other. But it was interesting to see like 2 50-year-old guys still like, making music and also like being appreciated too. Oftentimes there's like the narrative that like old people can't like be in music or make popular music. And it was just like them showing that you still can. And I'm trying to think like if I listened to anything else like last year. Um There was a Joey album, but I like it was cool, but I didn't think it was the greatest. Like being from New York, I was happy that there's somebody from New York that's actually putting out music. Um, but it was just okay to me. Okay, so we have this, but like one thing I'm thinking about is like, what if we made this like a little bit bigger? Not like a little bit bigger, like we tried to give it like more depth. Like one thing that the Chrysler building does is that it like kind of like has steps, and I'm trying to think if I could incorporate that any some way. Actually, let's just do one thing. Magic select, duplicate, because like I want to be able to change this without like messing up what we already have. uh, I don't think I've like actually ever like genuinely listened to like one of her songs. Like I might have listened to like Munch like once, but outside of that, like no. No, like, those words would probably, like, not go very well in New York. Okay, so we have this here, and so, like, now that we have a copy, one thing I was thinking about is, like, what if we had, like, another semicircle, but this time, like, made out of a stone or, like, a similar block to the stone, um, that, like, came out, like, just, like, a little bit. Um, yeah, but I was trying to, like, go through your like, I still wanna finish the, what's it called? um the album review just to see like what you like thought about like the different albums and also like try to find like new music. Like one of the people that I think that like I tried to like listen to a little bit and I was like, I don't like necessarily like dislike their music. I was like, okay, it's cool. Uh but like it didn't like grab me immediately was Olivia Dean. So once I get there, once I get there. Um I mean like and of course it's like very opinion based, so it's like it's never gonna be like exactly right, I guess, like, or there's never gonna be, like, a right opinion. right? So, yeah. I think I want another disc like here, except for this time instead of it being hollow. Um, let's bring it down quite a bit. I think that's the correct size. Here, I think we need to bring it down like one more. 2, 19. Yeah, that looks right. This feels like I'm adding too much detail too early though. 2 over here, 2 over here. Um, yeah, let's actually go down, right? Down 1, and then bring it down to 17. And that way we have like 3 blocks, right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, and then this should be 3 up here, but it looks like 4. Yeah, it's 4 right now. So we're gonna bring this up 1. That way it's even on both sides. Hit enter on that, and I messed up. Ooh, slow. That's very interesting. Just want to see how this works. Yeah, I don't know how it works. Default. Okay, I have no idea how that works. So, I mean, one thing I'll say is like, I think like you do like really well if you like split it up and made it like instead of like doing it all in like one video, you made like let's say if it is like 300 albums or whatever, like you put all 300, like you rank all 300 albums, but then like, you know, some of the videos that like rank the best song, the worst song, like whatever. And then you do that. But then at the end, you just can match it all into like one video. But I think if you did that like throughout the year, it'd make it like a lot easier. The only thing would be like the ranking might be hard. But if like you like have to list throughout the year as you listen to it, that could be very interesting. It'd also be very interesting to like if it was like albums that came out like during the year and you had like maybe like a 1 minute short and you talked about it and then like, you know, you updated the list and you could see things like drop or like rise in the ranking, or if you like re-listen to things, you're like, oh, actually, I kind of like this a lot better. I don't like it as much as I thought in the beginning, and you could like track that. I'm very data like driven, so I'm just like, oh, it'd be kind of cool to see um, what that looks like. But I do think like doing it throughout the year and like maybe shorter posts, like to get it out faster, would definitely be cool. Yeah, yeah. Something like a circle like this. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, yeah, so I think what I wanna do though is I wanna actually select that, take that, duplicate it, because we have a 3 block gap up there before, like, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's correct. And also, I don't know, like, I don't know anything, so, uh, wait. See, the only thing if you change things manually is that's hard to undo. I was thinking if I could try to get an hourglass, shape, that could be cool. So let's actually shift, select this, uh, replace. This is the only way I know how to delete things like very easily. And then just like hit enter. Then we can select again, duplicate 3. And you can already see that we're running into issues where we're covering the windows on this side, so the other side, like, we might have to, like, try to do something different. Um, okay, 6, that's right. And what's up, Lightning? How's it going? Hoping that you haven't, I guess, like, hoping that you've been well. I don't know how to else say that. Let's see, paste copy for now. Like, what if we did like 1, 2, 3, like that? Yeah, I don't want to go all the way down. I think like on the last one, it'd be cool like if it just stays like that. Then we could do shift, and I'm gonna test it with only these two, not that one up there, just to see like what this looks like. Yeah, that was 3. I'm just like double checking that our math was correct. And so that went down 3. So I'm gonna try to go to 1, 2 here, 1, 2 here. 1, 2, 2. Maybe I should use stairs there, but like that. I don't know how that looks right yet. So let's just continue and try to trust the process. Yeah, you listen to so much more music than I do, Zeph. Normally, I would say that like I'm listening to like audiobooks. So it's like I haven't gotten a chance to listen to a ton of things. And then, like if there's like some like new music I really want to listen to, like I'll like try to like listen to it if I get a chance. Okay. And we don't actually need to go that far down. So shift, magic select, replace this with air, and then just enter. And yeah, we're good. So yeah, I'm thinking something like this for the building. Like it's like you have the orb. Actually, I kind of like it if I don't do this like melting into the other one for this one, so it looks like it's rising out of this or whatever. If that makes sense, I think that would look like really cool. Of course, the colors are not going to be the same, and this might let us like avoid having too many windows. So I think this is fine. Um, the last thing though is like trying to get like the roof done correctly because I have no idea what I'm gonna do with that yet. Yeah, I think we were talking before, and you were saying that like your manager had seen that you were reading a book and like read it in like a day or two or something, and then handed you like went out and bought another book by the same author and handed you that book to read. um, if I remember correctly. Okay, I like that. I think that's good, but how far do I want it to come out? I think let's say here and let's go to extrude. And right now I'm thinking like 3. So we'd extrude by 2. That. Oops. I guess we didn't have enough blocks selected. Okay, what if we did instead of 2, just like 1 here, here. And so that way the bottom one is actually like extruded more than the top one. I really wish I could read books like while working. But like I'm so constantly like engaged at work. Okay, so another thing I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna fill this in and try to reimagine like what if the windows weren't there and maybe eliminate the wall jumps. I might have to eliminate the wall jumps just so that way it looks better. I know that you really are gonna miss the wall jump stuff, so I apologize if I have to do it. I'll try to make it more difficult some other way, just in case. and happy to know in my old age my memory is not failing me yet. Still looks a little uninteresting to me so far, but I think it's fine right now. I know, it really is, like, I like, that was gonna be everyone's favorite feature too. No, actually, no, I might still be able to keep it if I make it so the back is a little less interesting and doesn't, like, follow the same pattern as the other sides, and it's not, like, 100% symmetrical. That way, everyone can enjoy the game the way it was or enjoy the map the way it was supposed to be. I wanna what, like, you not wanting to happen makes me feel like that's, like, yeah, I should make sure I keep it or at least try to keep it in spirit. The problem is I don't want all these bricks because, like, I know that if somebody were to try to, like, build this in our world, they would likely, fill in those spots. There's actually an easier way to do this. I'm just kind of being a bit of an idiot. Okay, cool. We have that. I think that's fine for blocking out the building. I really want, like, some feedback in terms of, like, how it looks. And given I know that the material is not what it's gonna end up being, but, like, what it looks like so far. I think it's okay. I think it's, like, more so gonna be, like, making sure that I get it, like, or, like, it actually, like, works correctly. Another thing that, like, I was, like, trying to think about is, like, what if I use, like, stairs here? But what I'm afraid of with the stairs is that it won't, like, necessarily work super well. And there's gonna be, like, glass and windows, so there's gonna be different things too. And then we could add, some more. So let's go up to the roof and see what we can do there. Shift, and I'm actually going to magic select, and I am not a true builder. Like, uh, if anything, I should have like just gotten shy or Tilly to just help me out. uh, yeah, I really like what really wish it was a semicircle shape. That would be so nice. Let's add, I just messed up a little bit. Shape, flat disk, plane here. That should be 0. And I think it's 40 or something like that. Let's do 40. No, 40 is way too big. It's like 30 something. Not yet. I listened to like a couple songs. Um, but like he's doing some interesting things in terms of like beat selection. Okay, yeah, so 31 is what we want and whatnot. So I might need to like actually like, listen to it and see like what I feel like. I wasn't in love with a lot of the songs I was listening to like immediately, so there's that. Or the songs I did listen to, I think it was only like one or two. And then I saw something else where he was just constantly bringing up his beef with Drake, and I'm just like, I guess that's the world that we live in now. Let's see. No, we don't want to plane. We want a disc. And here's where we want to like rotate it here, and then do the 90. Hit enter on the 90, and it should be centered, I think. Like that. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Now we're gonna do the exact same thing again, except for this time, yeah, bring it up like one. Okay, let's say if we did like 1, 2, 3, 4, back, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I mean that's like pretty high praise, like a 6.7. Thinking something like this. I don't know if that works yet. So it'd be like that, right? Let's just hit enter for now, and then see what it like how it turns out. Let's match it with this one. I don't know if like my lap laptop computer just did something. 2, 3, 4, 23, and then I think we need to bring it up just a little bit. Actually, kind of do like the circles being offset a little bit more, so I might try to do that. So let's just hit shift. Luckily, it saves that. Enter. Magic select there. Cut here. Magic select here. Cut. Just bring it up a little bit more. I can see what you mean by stagnant. I think that's fine. Like if it's like relatively the same and there needs to be more innovation. But if the story is good and like it's solid like artistry, that's still fine with me. Like, but yeah, it would like I think like anything now, like if I were to like I wouldn't rate like a new album now the same way I would rate an album like from 93 or whatever, right? Because like they didn't like know as much and like the technicality of like the music wasn't like there necessarily, right? So like it'd be really hard for me to like rate things like that. Okay, so let's try something. Actually, that works. And then we can duplicate it, but instead of just regular duplicating, we can rotate like that. Yep, that kind of shows us stuff that we didn't realize before, which it's whatever. I think that like actually might help us a little bit. I didn't mean to hit enter. Uh, now we're gonna be able to like just select everything all at once again. So we're just gonna duplicate it, except for instead of rotating only once this time, we're gonna rotate it twice, and that should give us the same effect. And this looks like a complete mess. But now we get to like do the manual cleanup step. And I should have done this before I did the rotation. That's my own fault. I mean, I need more recommendations for outside of rap because like I have been trying to like branch out, and I think like right now the thing that I kind of think I would like to like listen to more is like neo soul. Um and like maybe a little bit of rap, not rap, maybe a little bit of like uh pop. You don't want to give me a clue as to what it is. Okay, so we can actually take a shortcut very quickly. Um, go here, and then we're gonna select air. Then we're gonna go into here, and instead of flat, we're gonna do solid instead of hollow. Do that instead of separate X, Z. Wait, no, it's on a pyramid, so we're gonna want to switch to a cuboid. Cuboid, no. Yeah, cuboid. It sounds right. Just zero this out. And then we can make it a lot smaller. And actually, this doesn't work as well as I thought it did because it's hard to kind of see. I really kind of want to take a guess though. Like, what could it be? What would Zeph like? Because I don't know if you consider like what Quadeca is making right now, like rap. That's why I don't think it'd be that. Like, if he released anything, D'Angelo. Uh, no, I haven't listened to him. Just like looked him up. Sadly, passed away last October. I'm just gonna hit enter for now. Delete a whole bunch. Um, and then yeah, just do things like by hand. I feel like it's gonna be a lot easier if I just do it by hand right now, rather than trying to speed it up and then potentially like making a big mistake. Though the other aspect of it is if I do it via the editor, I can undo stuff. The woes of modern Minecraft. Also, I want to say, like listening to new things. I'm also open to like almost anything. Like right now, I don't know exactly what I want just yet. So it's like, yeah, like when I find something, I'll find it, and hopefully it works out. Okay. Cool. I am wondering if you see the vision now for the roof, and like what you think. Oh, I just saw you were saying like, uh, thank you. That gives me some confidence I'm not completely messing up. I actually think this like the roof, like at least the shape that we have so far turned out like very well. That like much better than I thought it was going to. I promise this is all on purpose. This was all planned. But now it's like connecting everything is like where I think I might struggle a little bit. Let's see. How do I have this on each side? Yeah, so each side I do have it going down here, I think, just to make sure like everything, like I can replicate everything. Of course, I'm only really gonna do like one side, and then like rotate it just to make it easier on myself. But okay, let's say if we copied this and then we did the magic select, and then magic select again, duplicate, and I did not mean to rotate, but rotating it shouldn't matter. And then just like move it back into place. Ah, okay. Yeah, I can't say I watch a lot of it, but I've been watching a few like that. And of course, because like the number one like type of music I listen to is rap. A lot of the ones I do listen to end up being like people who would like talk about rap. Uh but sorry, I'm just thinking right now and like how I want to connect this. It's like it's how I find out who's releasing what music. Otherwise, like I wouldn't know because like Spotify used to do a good job of telling me like, "Hey, this artist just released something," right? But now I feel like it really doesn't anymore. Okay. Yeah, I think I like that. I think I like that. I think the roof like it's gonna be a little. It's gonna be hard to like, get it right. I don't know about it being primarily red. I was gonna try to keep it like a little bit more simple in terms of the coloring. Or like, yeah, like the coloring and like shading, but like still like hopefully give it like some depth. But getting I feel like collecting bricks would be pretty difficult for us. But I think that's cool. And then now is the point where I think like, okay, we can go to the top. I'm not gonna do it on this one. I'm gonna do it over here so that way like I can delete stuff like relatively easily. Go over here, corner. Okay, like that, like that. Da, da, da. And I'm just trying to get like a solid base so that way I can build like the pointy part. I feel like most buildings need a pointy part, or I could leave it as a dome. I don't know how far I'm gonna go with like trying to chisel stuff or like or so like that. Just because like that could be like I don't want to say slippery slope, but like slippery slope, like making it super like not super difficult, but pretty difficult to like actually get stuff or get all the resources needed. Okay, shape. And now we have cuboid, but let's go back to a pyramid. And this one's going to be much smaller than the one that we were thinking about doing before. And we don't want to do air. We're going to go back to the copper. No, we actually almost got the size like right the first try. That's pretty close. Now we need to go up one more because it's an odd building. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm gonna hit enter for now. I know it does not look right because like it's overhanging and whatnot. This is the part where we're gonna go in and like manually kind of like adjust it. I'm trying to think about how I feel about that. I'm not in love with it, and I don't know why right now. Might be because it's too abrupt. So I think if I maybe knock out the corners here, it might feel a little bit more rounded, or like we might have like a little bit more of a transition. Let's continue. I think that works a little bit better. We're gonna leave that for now, and I think I forgot to hit hollow on this, so this is not hollow. Like one thing I was thinking is like I could go something like this, right? Like on the top, like so it actually like points out a little bit more. But I'm also trying to make this like a reasonable build too. Like, let's see. Actually, we have to remember that the color it should oxidize event. Like this is also another problem. I wish there was a copper wall. Like one option is to use like a completely different color here and do something like that. So like it'll oxidize, but then like not like that part will always like stay the same color. Or I can instead of copper, I could go for something completely different. But anyways, let's go back to here. I wish I could render like this like one block at a time. 'Cause I feel like I want to do something like this. Block here, 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 and then like anywhere there's like a space. But I feel like this is gonna look weird. Um, but we can see what we're doing, and then if it doesn't work, we can undo it through the power of editing. Actually, that looks a lot better than I thought it would. Yeah, I think that's fine. I forget that Prismarine exists sometimes. Let's see. Here's a question though, right? It's like, actually, wait. I can show you something very very cool. Let's do box select. Let's go here, here, and then we can do operations. I think it was, and then generate color field. I'll confirm. Wait, operations. Generate color field. Yeah, there we go. I always forget because I select the bottom part, but this is where you can find out like what the closest color to anything is. And so you can see that you have this color field where it maps like every colored block that you have within like your game. And then like it basically organizes it to like what color is closest to another color. Um, so if we were to look for oxidized copper here somewhere like down here, we can actually see that this wavy prismarine is probably the closest to like just a standard oxidized copper block. Or if you want to give me command blocks, we could use the chain command block. And then the stripped echo wood is not terribly far off. It's not close, but like in terms of like non-copper, definitely this prismarine and then this stripped warped hyphae are the closest. But, like, I just think this is so cool and would have helped me, like, so much in, like, a lot of my previous builds. Um, yeah, if you're ever wondering what is the closest colors that we have or the colors that we have the most of, you can see that, like, it's probably this line from, like, white to black. is like the most densely populated. Ooh, Flaxbale is kind of on its own. But this is also probably how I'm going to what's it called? Like create like a gradient for the actual building. But I still haven't chosen a color palette yet. But you were saying that you like red, and we actually have a lot of red tones within the game. I'm definitely not using redstone though. Though I could be convinced to use mangrove or crimson or both. Okay, back to the building. And from far away, I do like I like the roof a lot. I like the roof a lot. I think the brick is like not helping me and like the black stone. It feels like it's all too dissimilar. But for now, we can continue. Okay, and so actually for this here, and now that we're like have this, I was honestly thinking just like bring this back like this, and then like just copy whatever the other side I have. And then of course, probably um having like windows like or not windows, but like some type of like pattern here and like the crescents. Do I know what I'm doing? I don't know. You would hope that I did, but sadly, that is not always the case. We can actually knock this down by one because I don't think that's needed. And here also, and this is just so when we like duplicate and rotate it, it works out a little easier. Okay, yeah, there we go. I am thinking like maybe Sampha. You might need to like write some of these down. Actually, one of the things I've been meaning to do is like while I'm streaming, having like a no, actually I do have a piece of paper and a pen because like the chat logs don't get saved, and like somebody recommended some music before, and I just never got a chance to listen to it. I don't. I I miss so much because I just realized that you said the thing about Spotify and like following. Uh, the thing with I almost never follow or subscribe to people. Like when I'm like listening to or not when I'm listening like on like YouTube or Spotify or whatever. Just like I don't know why for me it's like a big commitment because like I don't like notifications. And so if I get like a notification, like I already like mute all notifications from those apps. But like if I were to get a notification, I want it to be like from something I actually care about. I don't want it to just be like a random notification. And so generally speaking, right, I don't have them on. Okay. Voodoo by D'Angelo. Like I hope you know I'm literally like writing it down right now. I'm just like, okay, gotta listen to this. And Lahai. Okay. And I'm also gonna ask for recommendation from at least like one like just like a recommendation that like is not even based on something that like I like express an interest on, just like something that you're just like, "You know what? I think you should listen to this just because it's that good." Okay, we can go here. This is the part where I'm not 100% sure anymore, but we're gonna try to trust the process. Trust the process, put some blocks down and hope it works. Yeah, I just want to leave that empty. But yeah, it'd be something like this. And once we get here, just go in by one, similar to how we did before. Right? We could also do something like that just to give it like make it a little bit more. Yeah, just one full free ride. uh Hopefully I don't regret this. Go in like that, and then up like that, and then in like that. Yeah. I don't really like how that came out, or at least that part came out. I feel like this needs to like be beefed up just a little bit so it looks like a little bit more connected. Though I was thinking like these inner blocks right here could be a good candidate to be like completely different block to accent it. I think for now that works. Um, this also I'm not in love with just yet, but I want to rotate first and then see like um what it looks like. Duplicate, say paste copy, paste copy, and one last time, paste copy, and ship. No, absolutely not. I'll be like, yeah, it was okay. Or like, I didn't really like it. I'm spending so much time on the roof. Like, and I'm not even like in the detailed part. This is why I'm a bad builder. Like I'm so slow. And it's like you get so far into a product, you're just like, oh, I just want to finish this. Interesting. Okay, no, it did copy it correctly. For a moment, I thought I didn't copy it correctly. I'll tell you whether I liked it or not. But I won't like, oh, that's Imaginal Disc by Magdalena Bay. Okay, I mean, for me, a review was like really just like, did I like it? Did I not like it? Did I appreciate it at least, or did I not appreciate it? Because like there's like certain things where I'll just be like, oh, this was actually like kind of cool, but didn't like didn't really like it. But I feel like I could still appreciate like the artistry or the work that went into it, right? Yeah, I think yeah, knocking out those corners definitely did help. I'm just gonna do that on all the sides to make sure that it matches. uh, so here's the thing about the next video. Like I really, really want to try to like make the next one like a hit, like or like try to like make it like the ultimate goal would be like for somebody to say like in the video like, oh, I thought you were a much bigger creator. Like that's like one of the goals I want for like one of my videos. Um, oh, also another review, like technically a review, right? If I ever put it on a short or something. And also, shorts are so powerful. They're so powerful. Um, the most recent one got me like 4 subscribers, and I was just like, "Wow." I was not expecting that. Not to mention, like, over 1,000 views, but they don't count the same. I think more so the, what's it called? Um, watch hours are pretty cool. Yeah, so the thing about the Forever World, like, next Forever World video, I think I will do the storage system, and it might be similar to the previous, like, style videos, but I'm trying to think about, like, how I can do it differently and make it more engaging. So recently, one of the audiobooks I was, like, listening to is, like, The Art of Storytelling, and I feel like one of the things, like, maybe I'm doing incorrectly or, like, doing, like, poorly is that, like, in the videos, the way that's, like, paced is like, "Oh, this happened, and this happened, and this happened, and this happened," but it's not really, like, making the user engage. It's like, I'm kinda giving you, like, a list of things that happened rather than, like, "Hey, here's, like, a concrete story." So I wanna change that, and I wanna try to do better. Okay. Um, and so far as shapes go, like, I think that that looks better. Um, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanna do for that for I said for that, for it right now. Um, let's take, like, no, not shift. Let's go to here, and I wanna use, like, black wool for now. Go here, shift, extrude, like that, and see what I think about that. Maybe like a dark color here to contrast. I'm not 100% sure still yet, but for now, let's just continue. I think, like, while it doesn't work just yet, it's fine, like, as a placeholder. I was also thinking about starting, like, a second, like, pseudo Forever World too. Um, so, like, instead of this time it being like, "Hey, like, let's, like, do, like, vanilla," it'd be, like, maybe one of the, Skyblock variants and trying to, what's it called? Yeah, I might still be around here. I don't know how much I want to get done, but like I would like to get like quite a bit more done before like I fully like log off. And if not, maybe we'll be in like Discord or something. While I do it like off stream. But if I'm not on when you get back, definitely thank you for stopping by. Okay. So far, we are liking that, and I think like this does like work to some degree. I think now I would definitely love to get like some stars like pointing out or something to make it like look a little bit cooler. Now I think the biggest question is like blocks, but let's take this, and this, just duplicate it so that way we have a backup copy, and even more so than a backup copy. Let's do shift and enter so that way we actually print it. Um, is reducing the amount of blocks that we're using. I'm trying to think about silhouettes and like what we're seeing like when we actually play, but I'm still not 100% sure yet. Let's actually fill this in because I have an idea to make this easier for us, which is like here. Okay, that works. Now we can shift. I was gonna do a select, but that's not gonna work. Um, so yeah, we might have to do it by hand. Oh, actually, no, 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 no. It'll still work. No, I was thinking about using the Incorrect block. Only do it by one, and we could do that and shrink it like that. And if that's like 3 blocks, yeah, 3 blocks, the inside should just be shrunk by two, which worked. Nice. And we can just do that for this side too, which should hopefully make it easier to build in the future. Though it might make it a bit of a mob farm. But do we really have to worry about that? Okay, that works. Now we just need to like go to the bottom like that. Oh yeah, that's right. I cleared that out before. And we could just go up. Just making sure. One thing that would speed it up is I actually know how to use the tool correctly. But right now, I'm just like, just make sure nothing is like touching the inner parts. Um, we want to remove that if we actually want it, and then we could just like step back, make sure everything looks all right, and it seems like it does. Yep. Actually, wait, this one is Control C and enter. Yeah, you could shift and there. Now we have a hollow version of it. So hopefully the block count doesn't get as messed up. And if we want to, we could paste it. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. What's next? What's next? I think we could do that, and then maybe we can actually work out like windows, or at least like fake windows. So yeah, let's just like take this, and we're not shrinking. Let's put it back to expand, and then magic select that. Sure. I guess duplicate first. Rotate. Paste copy. Paste copy. If we do it everything, paste and select, and then just duplicate. Just move it over there, and then enter. Darn. It seems that we did not copy the black wool. Okay. Okay. Duplicate again. We don't want to rotate, so we want to be careful of that. And then enter. There we go. Shift. Oh, okay. That's fine. Um, that's fine for now. So weird doing this, like to look around. Okay, actually, like proportions wise, I actually really like that, like looking from afar. Just really want to make sure that we like knock down all the like smaller details too. Yeah. So one thing I want to do is actually, and nope. Yeah, now we could do this. Again, just like it's gonna be the solid one that we're gonna just move out here. But then now we can magic select here. I really wish there was just like, is there delete? That's actually kind of cool. I was not expecting that. Do just a Z, but fill, no, not fill. Replace with air, and that's just the easiest way I know how to delete something. So take this, duplicate it, and then just right here. I think shift. Yeah, I think that looks fine. Another thing I was thinking about, which like hurts because if I do that, actually no, it actually would work still. But to give it more depth would be just like knock out this outer perimeter like right here. Oops. Yep, there we go. Still need that one. Still need that one. But like that, just to make it like feel like a little bit more rounded. Small details that don't matter, and I really got to get better at like just like, hey, worry about the small details later. Still need that. Still needed that. If we really need to bring it back, this could be a nice area to bring back in some detail. Yeah, I kind of like that quite a bit. I think that definitely helps. I might do the same thing to that top portion just to like make it like feel like more coherent. Okay. Um, but yeah, so like let's say that we like this and we want to keep this. Let's go in here. Maybe just fill this in for now. The big question is I don't want it to just be like a building without windows, so gotta make sure that we actually like include some. Um, I think now we might. Okay, let's first copy it and like rotate everything because we're gonna have the entrance somewhere, and that's fine. Like we always add the entrance back in later, but like make sure that we're copying all like the small details. Okay, let's actually shift because like this is a problem that we're having. So like one easy way to fix it is just to go in and like add a physical connection to these, especially considering that like it's not there now. And yeah, we could select that. Now we can duplicate this. And we have to go back to the copy again. Or not the copy, the select. Yeah, it looks like we have everything. Just want to make sure. Yeah, okay, yeah, that doesn't unselect it. Just want to duplicate it for now. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Paste copy. Paste copy. I think. Control Z. Not gonna lie, that looks kind of cool, but I don't think that's what we wanted. Or maybe it is. Actually might keep this, like, the way that this looks, actually, like, I like that a lot, but it feels like that's not what we wanted. Okay, let's see. Paste copy, paste copy. One of the things though about doing it like this is that like if we like make anything like indentations with air, it might not work super well. Which you gotta be careful of. Base copy, but that's why we try to like have like some version control. um in that like you could see like okay this is where we started and we went over here and made this roof then we went over here and like copy like the different things just that way if we need to undo it it's like super easy. It's just kind of weird though that it's not. Let's see like how much is shifted off by. Yeah, so this actually needs to go in one and then there. Oh, I already messed up. Given that I have three. Okay. I think the way that we do it is that we look at the point. Yeah, the point is still in the middle, so I think that's going to be correct. Paste copy. Should I rotate again? Paste copy. So they should be the exact same size. Paste and select. Uh, I think I needed to rotate it like one more time. Oops. That could be the back. Say duplicate. Yeah, looking at the point was definitely the right call. Yep, and paste. Let's go here. Actually, yeah, now that like we have all the sides, it's like all filled in. Um, I think it's coming out pretty well. I honestly think it's like okay, like I don't mean to like toot my own horn, but I think it's coming out like a lot better, like seeing it now, uh, than like I felt like before. Like this looks, it actually looks like a pretty decent building. Um, such a far cry from that. Uh, like okay, let's continue. I actually almost want to duplicate it one more time and leave this as a base because like this is like now where we get to detailing phase. Like we still have this. Um, I really wish that there was an easier way to do this right now, but it doesn't seem like there is. Luckily, we can just select like all the blocks. I think and get them for free. And we just have to select these, sadly. Okay, now I think we have everything. Duplicate one more time, and then so this is going to be our base copy, effectively. And like this is the part where we're like, hey, we're happy with. We can always come back to like one of these and try to update. Oh, I just Control Z, Z. Oh, no, that selects a new one. I don't know if I can merge it with this select enter. Wait, I'm just trying to see. Okay, I think I messed up completely. Let's just do that and let's try this again. Um, Definitely not the best at this. Mostly because like I didn't think that that would really matter. So oh, wait a moment. Yeah, so we don't even have all the sides like done, right? I might have like undid one too many times. That's fine. Just want to make sure that we have it for the future. Okay. Duplicate. Okay, that looks fine. Paste and select. Then duplicate. Okay. We're just gonna have to live with this for now. Oh, I know what happened. So when I duplicated it, it does duplicate it, but it didn't duplicate that side. So paste and select, duplicate, rotate once. Yeah, paste for now. I haven't paste for now, just like paste, and then we should be fine. Okay, I think that, okay, so if we did like that, and then we could zoom in. Yeah, I think, yeah, this, oh, I'm really liking this. I think now we can actually go to like real blocks. Though I don't know like what the block palette should be just yet. Yeah, I don't think we want to go to detailing. I think now we want to go into like blocking in the colors. But I think like one thing that actually really works right now is like the copper and then the red bricks. Like the like red bricks going into the copper. So I'm just like maybe we actually follow Zeph's recommendation. Because like yeah, so we have like the colors now, and I don't think we need to like do the shading just yet. But I do think that we need to pin down like a block palette. And so I think this is where we can go in here, and then we can use the ruler tool. Or we could do like blockpalettes.com and see if there's any recommendations. that could be really cool. Let's go put down a couple block palettes and see what we think of it. I wonder if this is actually, I feel like maybe like this, like being as tall as it is, kind of makes it look a little bit shorter, and that could be a good thing. I don't know if that's like what we want. See, but let's just do no, I'm fine for now. Let's guys, like I want to do a gradient, but I don't think I want to like I think I want a block palette first. See, rain stained glass. Try to figure out which leaves these are. I think they're actually jungle leaves, and then that should be dark oak log. Like people are so good at choosing block palettes. Like I think that like I'm looking at this, I'm just like, yeah, that could work. That could work out like very well. Like um I could see this being there, this being up there, this white maybe being the center part, the mossy cobblestone being where we have not the mossy cobblestone, the mossy stone bricks being like where we have the mossy stone bricks right now, and the glass could be the windows, and these leaves could be something else. I don't know exactly what yet. Mossy would probably be where the bricks are up there, and then the top is copper right now, but we could maybe use the dark oak logs as a like reuse that or the strip variant. I already like I'm like thinking about it right now, and it's like that kind of already works. Like you don't have to do that much. And then of course, like for the lighting, we could use the redstone lamps. Well, not the lighting, but like the spikes here. Like we could use the redstone lamps for like the detailing. And then like of course maybe some other blocks. Like this, like I don't want it to be as flat as it is. But let's go back and see what other block palettes they have. I don't want to use cherry. That works. We can get moss pretty easily. We can't get frog legs pretty easily. I'm really trying to think right now. If anybody's watching and has recommendations for block palettes, I am so open to it. Ooh, this is also another nice one. Except for maybe instead of the see birch leaves, tough bricks, pale oak leaves, pale moss, birch logs, and then green terracotta. And this is another option. Just gonna, I don't know how to delineate them. Yeah, 6. I like this because it definitely would be like more like I feel like city light like, but I'm wondering if instead of this we do this here. I kind of like that a little bit better. We keep that here instead of I'm thinking the pale oak leaves because that could be expensive. We'd go here, but you really don't have any like warmer tones in this, and like I guess like maybe you don't need them. And then we could do like a gradient later and like choose gradients later. Um, I'm kind of liking this a lot more right now. So I think maybe we play around with that. I just always suck at playing around like with like actually like introducing or like actually using the block palettes. But I like the fact that we have the glass here. So I think like no matter what we do, we'd probably use like this colored glass for the windows because I feel like we need to have windows. Like right now it looks good. I'm afraid though that like trying to add windows will ruin it somewhat. Hopefully it doesn't. Okay, let's just go play around. It's so cool. Oh, I did not mean to do that. How far does that go? Okay, it only did like render distance. I did not think that that was what was gonna happen. But knowing that now, that actually might make it a little bit easier to like. Let's just do Control Z though. Okay, we're not Control Z. I was really trying to Control Z to like. Yeah, something like that. Like that. And I was saying like here, here, here. I want to say this. I mean, in terms of block palette, like I already think it, like yeah, it does like work well together, right? Um, I don't think that works super well, so I'm actually gonna go back and do this. I mean, that's not bad. I'm sorry, like that is like such a game changer. Um, oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. Like that is just like one of those features that you're just like, oh wow, like where has this been like all my life? Because like switching the colors for an entire thing is so much easier now. I always forget that zooming also like works. I mean, actually, like okay, like practically speaking, I actually kind of like that. That actually like already doesn't feel like terrible. Like I could actually see us like continuing with this. Yeah, like this, it works. Let me just Try to fix that. It like, I think, like, it legit works. Though that is such an expensive wood on the server. I think that, like I think Zeph could afford it. I kinda like that. Like, actually, like, okay, I mean, considering how easy it is to experiment, I say, like, why don't we, like, try, like, one more? Like, especially, like, from far away, it's not that bad, right? But I think, like, as you get closer, it does look a little bit worse, right? It's not terrible. It's not terrible. But I think we are gonna need, like, some gradients and, like, some other things. Like, right now, we're not using the, leaves at all. The leaves honestly could go up here. Oh, that is, like because, but now I'm just, like, I'm afraid, like, anything that I add might start to ruin it. Uh, I might not even do, like, windows, like, really? Or if I do windows, like, it might just be here just to, like, make it easier on myself. Like, of course, like, the white parts, and, like, that's, like, where, like, the actual, like, rooms are. But for now, this, like, I think it works. I think it works. I don't know if I like how, like, flat this is. I think, like, maybe this needs to, like, come out one so there's, like, some depth, but for now, I think that's fine. Like, this is also not my favorite, but can't be too angry about that right now. I can't wait to, like, actually have a gradient, like, from, like, probably darker to a lighter color here. Like, maybe tough to, the mossy. Let's just see something real quick. Gradient helper, actually, wait, nope. Uh, we have tough, but we need the mossy cobble or the mossy stone. What I mean here, and then now we can go to the gradient helper, do that and that. Let's say here. I'm really trying to get. Okay, there we go. And we could do something like that, and I think that could work out pretty well. I just really don't like that. Yeah, that could work. Stone tiles, maybe. I just hate that it keeps on trying to give us like pistons. Like that is something I'm not going to be collecting. It's way too expensive. We're still at that, right? I think that works. Stone tiles don't really need. Suspicious gravel, I feel doesn't really like copy the colors. But yeah, now we could just copy the hotbar. That and then say like that. Not sure how well that works. Maybe we leave it to 4. I don't have too many blocks, but that will at least help like visually. Like, well, that should at least help us like visually. Oh, we messed up there. That's fine. That was just stripped. We could just grab it back very quick. There we go. Um, okay, let's do one more experiment, I guess. Um, with colors, like actually, we could probably do multiple. I'm also trying to think like maybe we can make this easier on ourselves. like for the selecting aspect. Think we should be good now. We duplicate. I like just any. Oh, okay. That's a game changer. That's a game changer. I wish I had played around with stuff before, but I didn't because I'm an idiot. Base and select. Wait, I meant to. I want to do 3. Oh, actually. So one of the nice parts now is we can actually just do this. Then okay, we have to be careful because we don't want every block to be the same, but we could do a replace, right? Right now we only have like 5 blocks. But I think that this could stay the same. I really like the idea of that being like a little bit lighter. Um, but we could do like replace here and say like, what if we did green, not concrete, terracotta, like that, right? And actually, like, I don't hate that. I don't like it being so low here, but we can do a replace again and a stripped up moss like that. And then a replace, we'll replace the stone bricks with tough bricks. I think that works like a little bit well, a little bit better. I'm trying to remember exactly like what we had going on. Ooh, instead of moss, I think it was supposed to be pale moss. But now I'm thinking like, I don't really like that. I think like I might have to like I'd want to switch it like the colors around. So like for now, like let's replace the tough with diorite, right? That looks terrible, I know. But give me a moment. I think like maybe we can do something cool. And again, like as I've said, should remember that we have the variants, but for now, let's do replace, and this will be like pale moss, and then the not the terracotta, either the terracotta. It will be tough bricks. That's like such a washed out building. Which, if like that's what you're going for, could actually look pretty cool. But I think that we want some like more color. Excuse me, like within this, and then replace the diorite with the wait. What did I want to replace the diorite with? I'm trying to remember what the block palette was. Oh yeah, with the green terracotta, I think. and like now it's kind of like an inverted um color. I honestly don't mind like the inside being like so like as as clean, like not being as like busy as like it was before. So now I gotta think like like which one actually looks better. I do think though, like however, like if these maintain like the same like kind of like shade, we're probably going on to like paint the gradient on those together. Okay, cool. Now let's go with something like completely different. Or at least let's try to go for something completely different. I'm just looking through block palettes right now to see what there is. Let's say bricks. Ooh, this one could be a winner. I'm trying to go for something that's maybe like also like slightly like different and like I normally wouldn't use too. Just so that way we expand our repertoire a little bit. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna like try to avoid anything with leaves for now. Ooh, wait, actually, I want to test something now. Um, not any block. Let's exit out of this. Okay, we grab this and this, right? We replace it. What if we replaced it with Skulk? Hey, is it not Skulk? Oh, SC. Like, I'm not gonna lie, having like Skulk there actually like could work like for that. Okay, that's fine though. Let's go back to any and oh my gosh, we've been wasting so much time. Let's go shift back. We're still looking at block palettes, not on stream, but just to see like if there's anything that we could find that we like. And of course, like the people who are doing this doesn't have like all that we have, so we could decide to like do something different. But I figure like use somebody else's like not imagination, but like use their help so that way it's a lot easier for us. Not to mention like we could always build this like in another world too. I actually really think the roof came out like well. Like, okay, let's say all palettes and let's do color. Red. And I just do like a completely red palette. Like it could work. It could work. Orange is another good one. Don't get me wrong, I really do like that roof, but like after doing like this, I'm just like, okay, yeah, this I don't think was the way to go. I think this is definitely the way to go. So we could either do texturing or we could do a gradient, which is like, I think we want to do texturing. And we don't have the windows, so like the windows could also change how this looks quite a bit. I don't think it's gonna make it look worse, so I think we should be fine on that front. And now we don't have to worry like if we eliminate the wall jumps, we don't have to worry about the what's it called anymore. The wow, why can't I not think? We don't have to worry about the fire escape jump that we wanted to do. It's so hard to choose a block palette. Okay, let's go here. This could be expensive if we decide to go with this one. Not to mention, like, I'm not really liking it because the gravity aspect for some of these blocks. So I might change one of the blocks out. It looks cool, but let's instead say red wool. So it calls for red concrete powder, but I think I'm gonna replace it with red terracotta. And I'm still gonna grab that for now. Um, mushroom block. I think a brown one also. Oh, I know, white terracotta. I mean, it still goes kind of well. Like if I were to replace that with that, that might be decent. But now we're gonna do the yellow planks was the sixth one for that, right? Red wool, red concrete powder, the red mushroom block. Oh, and then we have the stripped yellow oak wood there, and then we could go here, 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 and here. And that's another color palette, which I think because like we're ending this around like Valentine's Day could be interesting. So let's just throw it on there. Again, I like the idea of this being red, I mean white, but one thing that we could do is definitely oops, Control Z. Yeah, because it'll pause the entire selection if you do that. Like that. We have white there. Is that what we want? I'm trying to think. Do red wool there. And then we already used that, so that's a little busy. Yeah, I'm not really loving that. Like so far, my favorite has been this, but it could be that we're not using it correctly. Like if we switch like the colors around, like maybe it would work better. It's like what I'm thinking. Like I think like we definitely want the red to be like say here and here. No, I don't like that because you don't have the contrast if you leave that to being red. So like let's say what if we did red here? Yeah, like I think that's like way too much. Um no wait, no. White here. And then right here. Ah, nope. That doesn't work. Order of operations. Yeah, I just don't think I like that color the color palette for a building, like, it just doesn't work. Um, I think I do like the green. Like, the green, like, works very well. Let's go for that. Yeah, let's go for, like, a much darker color palette, and that'll be, like, the last one that we try, and then we can decide what we want. So far, I'm pretty partial to this. Like, this looks pretty good. Um, but I really do like the white, like, 'cause it feels like a very big, like, statement piece. See? We could go with the most popular one or the second most popular one. I like the second most popular one. Yeah, so I think, like, what kinda works about it is, like, the contrast that we have with that middle one, or it could just be, like, the bias of having it big because it was, like, the first one that we used. Or maybe we just need, like, a gilded black stone recipe on the server. Yeah, this might be an easy one. I don't think so in terms of, double deep slate, 'cause we do have a lot of deep slate on the server, deep slate breaks, so it might not be that hard to get these. I'm not using concrete powder, but I think the closest to concrete powder might be black wool. Um, and then lime. Could do concrete. I'm gonna go with wool. Wool is a slightly easier block to get. So I'm gonna actually paste it over here so that way it's easier to do. Okay. You can actually select all of this and actually, nope, shift, exit the selection, and then just do it like by hand. I think maybe we keep the white, even though it's not technically not part of the palette. It's still kind of nice. What I'm thinking is here. This is a little bit lighter, so we can like kind of get the gradient going. Do we like that, or do we go with moss? Yeah, I think I like moss. I don't know why. I just don't like the like unmuted color. See, like I don't like I'm actually kind of liking that too. Just go here and then make sure that we're changing this up. Be careful with that middle click. That middle click is powerful. Yeah, I kind of like that. Though I think that, yeah, like looking at this, I'm like, we don't actually need to have the moss necessarily, and we're not using the lime. So I think a base, we can go here and like leave it muted a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that. Yeah. I kind of like that. I like the black and white. I don't know if this is gonna be, like, the final rendition. I might, like, go back and ask, like, the rest of my server, like, exactly what they think. Um, I wish I had an eye for these things. I could just like, "Oh, yeah, no, this is what looks good." And then just, like, do it. But right now, I'm just like, I really don't know." So one thing I'll do is stairs. Wait, what block is that? Deep slate bricks. Stairs is I just wanted to add these. Yeah, and then, like, whenever I start to do, like, texturing, like, one of my favorite things to do is just, like, add bricks and, like, slabs and whatnot to make things look nice. The other thing that we could do is use, like, trapdoors and doors to, like, get everything, like, finalized, but for now, I just didn't like, this, like, looking the way that it did. Still gonna have, like, an overhang or whatever, but that's fine, and, like, maybe we go back and inset this, like, just, like, one. Actually, wait, I forget, like, how easy it is to, like, just go here. Not just go there. We can go back here and undo what we did before. 'Cause now that we know how to select everything, we don't actually need this, and we can actually leave these as like separate entities um, for the sake of like what we're doing. We don't need that. We could do yeah there. Cut. Bring this face in just one, and yeah, I'm already liking that quite a bit. Cut. Just do the same thing to each side, and we might not. And I'm thinking that we should do it to like every single face, but the top ones are going to be a little bit harder because of the way that they were made. But I think that definitely gives it like some depth and will definitely help in the long run and making it look nice, which is like really all we want. When you see like the shadows on this, like I think that helps like so much. Uh, cool. Trying to think, yeah, like from far away, they all look nice. Like I think like the pouch work. Now it's like texturing and detailing. But I think like we have this solid colors, we have a solid foundation, detailing time. And I kind of want to like, okay, like I already had an idea for this here, which is like this is like 3 blocks. You just go in and see. Oh, I already did that. And I was just like, oh wait, no, that actually kind of that kind of works with the texturing. But we can definitely go here. Like we could leave it as it is, and it'd probably be fine. Don't want to mess this up or mess up the way that it looks. So what I was thinking is we could definitely do something like this. I'm trying to think of like what block we could put in there. Oh, Zeph, you're back. Okay, now I get to ask you what you like, which one that you like the best. I'm just gonna wait. I don't know. I really don't know like which one I should like which one to go with. Oh well, I'll let you give like some feedback, and then like afterwards, I'll tell you which one I'm kind of liking the best right now. don't wanna influence you. Please give me feedback. I need confirmation. Tell me I have value, or like these bills have value. Okay, yeah, that's the one I like the best also. So, interestingly enough, you didn't choose the red, so we don't have to collect a million bricks. Yeah, I like this one the best. There's like maybe like a couple things like I would change about it. But here's the thing. It's gonna be very expensive, so I hope you have a lot of diamonds saved up. Strip pillow clogs. Okay, and like right now, I'm trying to think about like how to add accents and details, which is something I've never been like super great at. And yeah, like if anybody asks like why this took so long, I tried out like 5 color palettes, and you also missed it. Because it's for the good of the server, right? Like, and so I'm trying to decide whether I want to like, okay, I guess like it's easy enough to change this. I'm trying to decide whether I want to do the pale oak logs here. Like, I don't think I want it to be like too much white, just because like that might be like very distracting and like it might not be what I want to go for. Not for no reason. It's the contrast. Like there's a vision, trust me. Like and don't mind me adding more right now. Like we could always change this out later. Yeah, like, all we need to do is find the owner of the shop and just like I don't know. Well, here's the other thing. You have admin privileges. You could just like paste this into the world, right? No building necessary. I can't wait for it to create schematic cannons because we won't have to do any building. Oh no, so yeah, so here's the thing though, right? Like this will be like textured, so it's not gonna be like only one block. Very likely this will be like stripped, maybe some planks, and maybe some smooth diorite. Like if I go with like this as like the final choice, right? This is like one of the options, right? We have like this for like one of the details. Calcite's so easy. Like this is supposed to be I like I'm still workshopping the name of the building. I'm thinking like the Zilton, like the Hilton or whatever. So like it has to like show like opulence and like that we're rich, right? Or at least that you're rich. Also, did you get a chance to review my I guess like reapplication for season 2? I'm also sure TFB would be willing to make a donation to a good cause. You have a laptop, don't you? I'm trying to decide whether I like that or not, and I'm just gonna shift and or is that better? Or that oh, I kinda like that. That one I kinda like because it, like I feel like there's, like, one of the things that, like, might be missing is, like, some warmth, and that's not too super surprising to me. I was like, "That's kinda surprising," but I'm like, not really." If I remember correctly, you're not in college. I feel like most of the only times, like, you really, really need a laptop is, like, whether, like, you're, like, doing a white collar job or you're in college. Otherwise, it's like most people's, like, computing happens on their phone, when they're, like, moving around. Personally, I travel enough, like, for work that, like, I normally do need to have one. I'm kinda liking this. I'm kinda liking this. I'm kinda liking this. Just to test something out very quickly. I don't like that. The, uh wait. The calcite just does not look as good. Instead of green, like, full monochromatic, can you give me, like, an idea of block, like, that you're thinking of? Feel like maybe I don't understand, like, what monochromatic is enough. Oh, using only one color? Um, I mean, I think, like, it kinda, like, works because, like, you have the mossy cobblestone here, so that's, like, the green going into green. Um, how far we've come. Wait, let me show you, this was, another one of the palettes that we coulda went with. So we might actually be able to do, concrete powder here. But oh, yeah, that's right, the ink farm is broken right now, so that might not be an option. Yeah, I kinda like that as an accent, but it's like, how do I detail this? Right? Like, I think I have an idea for up here. Like, leaving it as it is could work, but, um, kinda wanna, like, play around with other things, just to see, like, what it looks like. Let's see. I feel like doing one block could be, like, not enough. So we could do things like this just to add, like, some more. Yeah, cyan terracotta is, like, pretty gray. Yeah, let's see. Okay, I feel like if we remove the green there, we also want to remove the wood here. but then I feel like the black is, like, too strong, but then, like, I don't you don't really get the contrast. Like, it's not bad, but I feel like it doesn't pop enough. It's either that or um, deep slate bricks is, like, a little too busy, like, compared to what it looks like right now. I'm not sure how I feel about it right at this moment. Just wait, let me just, like, put it back, and you could tell me, like, is this, like, what you were going for or, like, what you're thinking of? Ooh, actually, if instead of the, green, I think that's also, like, not too bad, just for the top part, so that'd be like this, and then, like, I don't know, like, how well I could do monochromatic though, because like, one of the things I was thinking about adding, as a detail is, like, if you've seen the Chrysler Building, it has, like, spikes on, like, the rounded part, and I was thinking about doing s or trying to emulate that. So, like, let me just pick a side, and maybe I could try to do that very quickly. See, glowstone, I really don't like the texture of glowstone too much, but, like, see, where's the center? It'd be, like, here, that, and you could have one that goes out like this. The problem is that, going diagonal is longer than going straight, so it's not gonna be the same exact amount of blocks, but I think that this is relatively okay. Now this would be up to like that. Maybe one more, but for now, that's fine. I don't know if it'd be exactly this block, like, choice, like, for the color, messing up constantly. I like this because it's, like, it has lights, um, so far I'm not hitting, I think we need one more in the bottom. Though it might, like, look a little weird, 'cause that is, like, 1, 2, 3, 4. We might have messed up, it probably should have been like this, think. No, that's definitely off. Um, let's try to fix it on this side. There's also like another thing that we could do, which might help to make it like actually work the way that like or work exactly how we want it to. Let's take this. Actually, we could leave the ones on the bottom because we know that's just like a straight 90-degree rotation. The other problem is we're kind of rotating maybe from the wrong point, but yeah, it's whatever. See, Zeph, this is why I might need some of your diamonds because see, like you're giving me input, so this is like partially your building also. Okay, cool. D shift, smooth textured, glowstone, connecting like that. It's not terrible. Don't know how I feel like it. One of the things I don't like about this one is like it just doesn't feel like super like Minecrafty to me. But yeah, so we go here, 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 here. Technically, we could go in there. All right. And this is the way that looks like so far. Now the way that we're doing it before is like okay. So this is where I'm not sure if I did it wrong, which is like it goes up two, over two, right? Then up two, up two, up two, up two. I think that looks okay. So this one would be this one up two, and then over two would be over two, like that. To try to keep it like similar. I thought about frog lights because there was some other pellets I was looking at that called for frog lights, and I was just like, "Yeah, that's not happening." Okay, so instead of okay, so like, we have the center here where we're like, "Hey, over two." They just make it like lower like this, which in all honesty feels like more accurate, surprisingly enough. Like that. It feels like the distance between here and there is like closer. But anyhow, let's actually nope, I do not want to do red concrete powder for this. So let's just do this for now. Shift, magic select, duplicate. Wait, magic select. I don't know why the duplication thing is not working right now. And this like works like paste copy, but then rotate. I always don't know which. Um, Let's not do that. Negative 45. Rotate 45. 0 here. Rotate. Yeah, there we go. And the 45 is easy. That's just what we've been doing before. It might actually be that like we were like, so this is like the exact amount of um what's it called, like blocks that we're using on each side. So that could be why we're using like the incorrect amount of blocks. So paste copy, rotate, and now we could do 15 for this. Oh wait, no, not 15. Negative 15, just to get it back to where we were. Yeah, that is super lossy. You could already see that. Um, oops. Yeah, I think we're using the incorrect amount of blocks or like the incorrect amount of lengths for it, and that's like where we're messing up. Here's the thing: I thought about making a frog light farm on the server. Okay. Rotate. This would be negative 90, and that should just be like that. All right, and that's fine. That looks okay. I'm gonna break these for now just so I can get the rotation that I need, which is between 90 and 45. It's like full. So just like a 22.5-degree rotation, I think, which I think the game is gonna hate me if I try to do. But let's try it anyways. Like you won't know if you don't try, right? Rotate scale. Please game, don't hate me. Oh, it did it. Paste copy. Then we can do rotate, and here we can just do like 90. Which would be like that. And then we can just copy it from one side to the other. Shift. See, I think it looks better now. I realize that this would be faster in the editor, knowing what we know. Like that. Okay. If we want to do that there, then we can just try to copy it as much as possible. That's actually 3 instead of the 2 that we're doing. 2 and then 2. And then yeah, same thing here where it is. What is that, over 1? No, that's a solid. Yeah, like that. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then 1, 2. Actually, yeah, that looks a lot better than what we were doing before. Is it perfect? I don't think so, but it's like it actually feels like that's correct, as opposed to before. It was just like, I don't know if we're doing the right thing. Okay, let's. What lighting blocks do we have? Would you add? No, I think we could do tags maybe, but I think it's fine. Um, I didn't mean to do that. Let's say, what if we did do frog light? I mean, but like, wait, Shift K. Like, look at that though, right? Like, I don't know if it's coming out on the stream. But yeah, that was a pattern I was kind of thinking of for this top part. And then like maybe like, following like the same pattern like up here and up here, just like make it look like they're connected. But like I'm not like reinventing the wheel. This is like all stuff people have done before me, which I think is like one of the biggest things like with building is like using other people's builds. And by other people's builds, I mean like real world builds, and then just like paste and select, and then we're just gonna cut it again and then inset it one more. And just paste for now. I don't know if I like it being inset like that, but I do like it being like this. Um Block choice, maybe not. Actually, that works. I think that works. Let's just bring it back out. I'm so like what's it called? Axiom is so nice to use. It's taken us 3 hours just to get to this point in the build. I could just leave it like that. I could just leave it like that, and then we'd be good. Like it would be a solid build. But where was it? Shift. One of the issues like with the build is actually wait. Say shift magic select. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to see like how this works right now. Um. Oh, that's where it is. That's where it's connected. I wanted to see where it's connected. I couldn't tell yet. No, they're still connected somehow. Well, oops. Okay, I might, just like try to worry about this less. Because like right now, this is mostly fine. Just go in here. This one's gonna be easy to do. Shift, select, cut. Nope. But just in one. Oh, wait, what did I do? I think I deleted those. Okay, so I guess one thing we could do is just here, duplicate, make sure that looks right. Yeah, and then just hit enter. There we go. J, rotate. I could see like when you actually get good at using these tools, how you get like really fast builds. And I messed up. Oops. And control M, control X, in one, enter. Yeah, that's fine. Like you can kind of see that's, I'm not a master at this. And distant horizon is just like, where did you go, bro? uh, I have no idea where our build is. Still, luckily we're building at spawn, so it's not so hard to get back. Shift and relax and set it one and then just enter. Yep, that looks fine. Now, how do I do this face? Shift. One of the things I think that will be kind of nice is having some light, so that way, like when we actually build it, well, one, it's gonna prevent mob spawns, but two, you're gonna get like a highlight from the underneath, which will look nice. And to remember, like there's really gonna be nothing up here, but then if we did K, oh yeah, that looks really nice with the shaders. Like I don't think you'll ever be able to notice it, but it's there. If it's smooth glowstone, middle sells it. I love some of these buildings with the shaders on right now. Um, if it's anything else, we'll figure it out. At least we'll have to. Okay. Now I really can't think about what else to do other than like trying to like maybe add these bits in, which isn't easy. Um, I guess one thing we can do here too, though, is just like just give it a little bit more depth before we do that. Where we're gonna get like everything else from, I don't know. It's gonna be very interesting to see. Is there an easier way to do this? Like shift and year duplicate. Almost easier to just select that and paste. That's easy enough to do. Every like all the other blocks though, I have no idea. Right now I'm not thinking about like where I'm gonna get stuff from. I'm just thinking about like, do I think it looks nice? Which in a survival server is probably not the right thing to do, but Zeph, come on, you want the world download to look good, right? Another thing I was thinking is like maybe instead of like building it where you're talking about, like, wait, what if I built it inside of the pit that was supposed to be my base that I don't think I'm gonna be have enough time to get to. I might put a build there, but I don't know if I'm actually gonna put like be able to put something like real there. Yeah, cool. Let's just mine these out. The other thing is the other thing is I really want to grab a replay of building this. I think that that will like like it's gonna be a really good video to have because the replay builds do really well, or not like really well, but they do pretty well for shorts. Okay, cool. I think like maybe one of the things I'm afraid of that I shouldn't be as afraid of is like adding the windows. I think that might really help the building. Um, and then here too. So like, what else could I put there? There we go. Um, and I just realized something. Oh yeah, no, I'm still going for the hotel idea. Like this is supposed to be like the exterior of the hotel. Um, though I don't know like what type of hotel like it looks like this, but you know it's a hotel. Just don't look too closely. We actually want to shrink, and we're gonna shrink by like let's say 22 blocks. No, let's go 32. Yeah, that works. And we could just go here, and that just speeds that up like quite a bit. So what's really funny is like I was like, yeah, let's like I could definitely finish this today. I lied. Cause like in my mind there's still like a ton more to do. But there's like you have like this, there's gonna be the entrance to the place. Um and then there's also going to be like the final like not the final, but like one of the final like parkour places. I'm bad at estimating things, but all engineers are. Okay, cool. Now that we have that, we can just shift M, uh, say control J, enter. Then we could do this, 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 control J, rotate it 90. That is not what I meant to do, but that should be fine still. Like that. And then hit enter. And then we should just be able to, oh, okay, actually, we need both of them. M, and control J, rotate. And then just hit enter. And there we go. We have those accents done. Okay, so like one thing I'm thinking about though right now is like the transition from the deslate bricks to this might not be my favorite. Like it doesn't look terrible, but like I think this is definitely going to need to be like on a gradient rather than like what it's currently at. So let's just shift E. Nope, not color picker, gradient helper, which is we have the mossy and then we have the bricks, which we want here. We want this here. We don't want that. We don't want that either. Let's just say, why do you keep doing that to me? Okay, so we don't want that. I think we could work with this as the gradient. And then we could do like a magic select here and here. And then where is gradient? There's like two different like gradients you could do. Yeah, this one is what we're looking at. And then yeah, that does not look good. Wait, let's it's weird. Oh, it's because this inner part is part of it. And so like if I were to do that, it's like, what is the nearest block? And because we have the cyan terracotta, it's messing up with this. Control Z. Um, cut really quickly. There we go. Control Z. I just want to see what that would do. should actually be able to magic select, block all, select all of it. Yeah, and just so like, wait, let me exit out of this. Just so you know, like what we're looking at for like block count, if you're still here, 32,000 blocks. That's 32,000 blocks without even considering the interior. It's gonna come out to be like 50,000 blocks. Hit, rotate, enter. Oh, that didn't seem to work. Say, duplicate. Oh, that's so weird to me. 32,000 blocks isn't that much. And this is why next season I kind of want to have the what's it called? uh like Matica sharing so that way I I might not have to do it alone. Duplicate, rotate. Oh, this might be a little challenging. It's like 2 blocks there, 2 blocks there. Yeah, that looks like right. Okay, let's actually like do this smart because right now it's kind of hard. So, um, so if we didn't want it to be what's it called like lights, that copper doesn't look bad. I know you typically go to sleep early, so like you being up late is wild. You really want to see this completed. Okay, and now we could just go back and do that. Okay, come on. Yeah. I think that looks pretty good so far. Okay, now time to add the glass. Green stained glass. This is the part where I'm not 100% sure about how this is going to look, but actually, this is a good point to have a checkpoint. Any copy all of it, duplicate, and then just copy it over here, paste. And now we can edit this without really having any like repercussions. Flat disk, yep. Year 90, yep. There we go. Oh, this might even already be like the perfect size. Yeah, there we go. Um, let's actually do M instead of everything. Uh, block, gear, Control J to duplicate, and then paste and select, replace. I am thinking about like a darker block. Let's just say green. Wait, to green. Not concrete, terracotta. It's supposed to be like a window, but I'm not sure how I feel about that. Like having done it now. Not disk, a plane. $13 year. And just bring it down here and enter. Shift. I think we could shift again. M. J. N1. Base select. Replace this with green terracotta. I want them to be windows, but I don't know like what the best way to make them like look like windows. I think like maybe I need to start framing them out. This also makes it cheaper too. So it helps. It helps. I'm thinking about the cost. Like what I'm thinking is like, okay, could definitely go in like that, which might help. It's like 1, 2, 3. Right. And then like let's say if each floor is like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 blocks high. 1, 2, 3, 4. And right now this like the math might not be mathing and like we might have like something weird that goes on in the bottom. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We're really using like 5 blocks every time we go down. I realized I'd never had dinner. Okay. And as bad as this sounds, maybe the people on this last floor, because they can't afford as much, they get less headroom. Like that giant window is like for like maybe like the penthouse or something. And like each of these are like separate floors. And like the higher you are, the better like the facilities are, I guess. Um, one thing I'm trying to think about is like, okay, what if we did like M? Okay. Um, we can actually cut them for now and just enter. Mostly so we could do another M. And select these. Cut is it first. Instead of bringing it out, we're gonna bring it in back here. Yeah. In all honesty, building big builds, you could really only do it in this. Like, or you don't only have to do it in this because, like, of course, people were building giant builds without this before, but this makes the process like so much easier. Shift, and then you can actually see now we have some depth, which I'm really, really liking. See, here's the part where we can try to like add like some other details. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. I feel like the way that they probably implemented this, like made it to like we can actually like do stuff like this. But I still wish that you could like, I don't know, wrap this all the way around. That would be nice. I think like, if I'm using this like as an accent or something, I'd want it to be like a darker color. Again, this is where I get scared. 'Cause I'm like, okay, like, what do we do? I don't know. I really don't know. I think this is gonna be it though, because it is pretty late. But I do think that like if I'm like thinking like we do want to add something there. We do want to add something there. Okay, wait, okay, let me just feel like this looks cool, right? But hear me out, hear me out. Shift, black wool, right? Then we do a shape. We already have the 90-degree rotation on. It says that we're gonna do a disc. Yeah, let's go to this side. This is like the side that we've been like kind of detailing a bit. Yeah, something like this, right? And then we could do another one, except for like two smaller. going in like this, we go like that. Yeah. Yeah, I think I like that. We could just shift like that. Another thing that we have is oh, there's like so much we could do for the detailing. Yeah, instead of doing that, then we could do a slab. That's the only thing about this is like, oh yeah, no, we could do something like that so that way it's like a lot more round. So let's replace this instead with like a block. Yeah, that looks a lot better. So let's copy the same thing over here. It's not even like truly copied over there. So let's try that again. Ooh, or we could actually try to do like something funky. Like that. Just playing around just to see like what we can, like our options. Go here to like that could be cool instead of just like a plain thing. Or even just having it, but sorry, just having it at the bottom like this. And it's like, hey, this is like the, wow, why can I not think? This is like what the builders did, like the decorative blocks. Oops, that, that, this now should be like that. And I think we need a block here, and a block here. And lastly, you could take these out, maybe. Mm, not feeling that exactly. So let's just go back and do something like that. This might be a little expensive, but on it's the Zilton. It's like a little pop of blue. And like maybe still, right? we have this, we have this, we have this, and we have this. Nope, we have this, right? So it's still rounded, right? But now we can come in and shift, and instead of magic select, we're gonna box select. Yeah, that's fine. Uh, duplicate, bring it like all the way up. Uh, we still need to box select, right? Hit enter, but instead of like duplicate, or rotate here. I think that's gonna be no, that just still messes it up. I think this could work. Like an ornate block pattern. No. Yeah, I'm just gonna send this back to the lab and ask for feedback. So I'm gonna end it here and say good morning, good evening, and good night. If you stop by, thank you. If I don't catch you in the next one, I hope you do all right. Peace.